Hey everyone, and welcome back to channel. In a moment that has touched hearts across the nation, Michelle Obama, beloved former First Lady, advocate, and proud mother meets her daughter Malia Obama's baby for the very first time. It's a quiet, intimate, and deeply emotional encounter that beautifully captures what family truly means. For Michelle, this moment represents not only the joy of becoming a grandmother but also the realization of how quickly time passes from holding Malia as a newborn in Chicago to now holding Malia's own child. It's more than a family reunion, it's a full-circle moment, one that celebrates love, legacy, and the unbreakable bond between generations. Friends close to the Obamas say that Michelle had been eagerly awaiting this day. Though she has accomplished many great things, from leading national initiatives to writing best-selling books, nothing could prepare her for the emotion of meeting her first grandchild. In recent interviews, Michelle often reflects on motherhood, describing how she and Barack tried to raise their daughters with strong values, compassion, and humility, even amid the whirlwind of life in the White House. So when Malia shared the news of her baby's arrival, Michelle was overwhelmed with pride and gratitude. She reportedly said, "There's nothing quite like watching your child become a parent. It's witnessing love come full circle." Those who know Michelle describe her as calm and grounded, but even she admitted feeling butterflies on the morning of the visit. "She's been counting the days," a close family friend revealed. Michelle kept saying, "I can't wait to hold that little one." The moment finally arrived on a soft, sunny afternoon. The family gathered at the Obamas' Washington, D.C. home, just a few close loved ones, respecting the family's privacy. As Malia entered the room with her baby wrapped in a soft blanket, Michelle's eyes filled with tears. Barack, standing beside her, placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. Then, in that tender silence, Michelle took her first steps toward her grandchild. Malia smiled, her eyes glowing with both pride and nervous excitement. Slowly, she placed her baby in her mother's arms. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. Michelle looked down at the baby, tiny, peaceful, and full of promise. "Hello, sweetheart," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. "I've waited so long to meet you." Barack watched quietly, smiling as Michelle gently rocked the baby, humming softly a song she once sang to Malia and Sasha when they were little. The room filled with warmth, laughter, and the kind of love that words can barely describe. Later that day, Michelle sat with Malia and her new grandchild nestled in her arms. As they talked, Michelle reflected on how quickly life had passed from diaper changes and bedtime stories to this moment of watching her daughter step into motherhood. She reportedly told Malia, "You've grown into such a strong, thoughtful, and caring woman. I see a piece of our family's history continuing in your child. You're doing beautifully." For Michelle, being a grandmother isn't just about spoiling the baby with love, it's about sharing the same lessons she once gave her daughters: kindness, integrity, empathy, and courage. She later shared with close friends that becoming a grandmother made her see life in a completely new light. Every little giggle, every stretch, every sleepy smile reminded her of the preciousness of time and the enduring bond of family. Barack Obama has often spoken about his deep love for his daughters, and this new addition to the family brought him equal joy. Witnesses say that Barack's face lit up as he watched Michelle and Malia together with the baby. At one point, he reportedly joked, "I thought I was ready for this, but nothing prepares you for how tiny their hands are." He later took his turn holding the baby, whispering softly and smiling widely. "You're going to do great things," he said. "Welcome to the family." The moment captured what many people admire about the Obamas: their authenticity, humility, and genuine love for one another. Despite their global influence, their strongest values have always centered on family, connection, and faith. What makes this moment so powerful is that it transcends politics and public life. It's not about the former First Lady or the former president, it's about a mother, a daughter, and a newborn. Millions of parents and grandparents around the world can relate to that moment: the first time you hold a child who represents the future. The first time you realize that your story continues in them. For Michelle Obama, who has inspired so many through her words and work, this meeting reminds us all that true legacy isn't built in speeches or ceremonies, it's built in love, family, and the generations that follow. This new baby symbolizes more than a family's joy. It represents the continuation of a legacy built on resilience, education, and service. From Michelle's humble beginnings on the south side of Chicago to Malia's journey growing up in the spotlight, and now to the next generation, the story of the Obama family reflects hope, strength, and purpose. Michelle has often said that her greatest pride is not in titles or achievements but in raising good, kind, grounded children. Now, As a grandmother, she sees those same values living on in Malia and eventually in this new life. As one family friend put it beautifully, Michelle's smile said everything. It wasn't about fame or history. It was about love continuing, one heartbeat at a time. While the Obamas remain private about their personal lives, those close to them say that the family is cherishing this special time together. Michelle has reportedly been helping Malia adjust to new motherhood, offering gentle guidance, stories, and even her favorite baby lullabies. Barack, meanwhile, is said to be the fun grandpa, already spoiling the baby with books and bedtime stories. The Obamas have always emphasized balance between public service and private joy, and this chapter reflects exactly that. They continue to inspire not only through leadership but through the way they live their family values every day. Michelle Obama meeting Malia's baby for the first time is more than just a touching family milestone. It's a reminder to all of us about what truly matters. In a world that moves fast, it's easy to forget that the most powerful moments are often the quietest ones, the embrace of family, the cry of a newborn, the laughter shared between generations. As Michelle held her grandchild for the first time, surrounded by love and history, it was a moment of peace and pride, a symbol of life's beautiful continuity. And for millions watching the Obama family grow, it's a moment that reminds us to cherish our loved ones, celebrate new beginnings, and believe that the future, like a newborn's first smile, is full of infinite hope. And that's the story of Michelle Obama's first meeting with Malia's baby, a heartwarming family moment that touched hearts everywhere. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories about family, legacy, and love.